Bunlings, how are you? I thought I'd do some painting with you today. I've got some of my favourite colours here, green and red, and I've got some yellow and blue. I haven't got a paint tray at home, so I'm just using a plate to put my paint on. You might have a paint tray where you are. And I've got some brushes, I've got 2 paint brushes. But today I thought I'd use some other things to do my picture. So I found some things in the recycling bin that I thought I could use to help me do painting. And they've got different shapes on them. I've got a toilet roll here. Can you see the shape in the toilet roll? What shape is that one? That's right, it's a circle. And the circle goes around and around, and there's no corners, just goes around and around. That's going to make a really good shape when I do some painting. This little box, the end of the box, is a square. It has 4 corners. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has 4 sides, and they're all the same length. Can you see? So that's a square. And that's going to make a good shape when I print it on the paper. This old yogurt pot, it's got a circle on the inside, and around the edge is also a square. I thought that might make a good pattern. And this box, do you know what the shape is at the bottom of this box? It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Do you know what that one's called? That's right, it's a rectangle. So I thought this might make a good shape. And then I found an old egg box. This shape hasn't really got a name, but I like the pattern that I think it's going to make when I put paint on here. So, shall we see what's going to happen? I'm going to get my shapes and I'm going to dip them in the paint, and I'm going to see what patterns they make. Oh, that's made a good circle. Might need a bit more paint. So you can do your circles in a line. You could overlap them. So you have one circle and then going over another circle. I want to try a square. I want to try this box. I'm going to put some yellow paint on the square. Let's see. Oh, it's quite fun. It's quite squidgy when you press it down. Get a bit more paint. Can you see I've got paint on the end? Press it down. Okay, I'll try my rectangle next. I'm going to try some green on the rectangle. Oh, let's get the paint on it. I'm having to squidge it down a bit onto the plate. Yeah, can you see the paint on the end of my rectangle now? Oh, that's a good one. I think you'll enjoy doing something like this. Can you see the patterns I've been making? What you can do with these shapes is you could just make a pattern and put them on the paper, or you could make a little pattern like this. I'm going to do, let me see, I think I'm going to do a blue circle, and then I'm going to do a green square. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a pattern. So I'm going to do, this is tricky now, because I'm going to do 2 things at once, or one thing after the other. I'm going to do a blue circle, and then I'm going to do a green square. This is quite tricky. Maybe your mummy and daddy could help you with this. Green square. And now I'm going to do another blue circle. And another green square. I'm going to hold it up for you in a minute. and a blue circle, and a green square, here we go. Let me hold it up for you to see. I'm getting messy on my hands now. There we go. Can you see? I've done a blue circle and a green square, a blue circle and a green square, and a blue circle and a green square. I've made a pattern there. Let me get another piece of paper. Let's see what else we could do. This toilet roll, I thought if I squeeze it a little bit, it makes another kind of a shape. Do you know what shape it is when you have a squash circle? That's called an oval. This looks a bit like someone's eye, doesn't it? I'm going to see if I can make a little flower. Let me see. I'm going to use this one as my circle. I'm going to have a yellow circle. And I'm going to put the yellow circle on here. Oh, let's move that box out of the way so you can see. And then I'm going to use my oval shape in some red. I haven't got very much red paint left. I've only got a little bit on my plate. I have to make some red petals on my flower. Hold this up for you so you can see. I made a little flower there. Can you see with my circle and my ovals? This time I'm going to make, see if I can make a really big tower with the square end and a rectangle end. So I'm going to do a green square and start down here, green square and blue rectangle. Oh, there's too much paint on there. Rectangle. This is a bit like building a tower when you've got some bricks at home or at the barn. We build really tall towers, don't we, when we're at the barn? This time I'm going to make a tower using paint. And some more blue. And some more green. Let me show you. Can you see I made a really tall tower with my brick shapes? And now, if I turn it that way around, it looks like a train to me. I could put some wheels on it. Let me get some red wheels. Now if you try this, you can make anything you like. You don't have to make a picture or a pattern. You could just try out the different shapes and the paints. There's my train, can you see? I just want to see what pattern. I'm going to use the brush. I'm going to see what pattern this egg box makes. I'm going to put some paint on the ends here. I'm using my brush this time. Let's see what happens. Whoops. Ooh. Look at the pattern that one made. I like that pattern. I wonder what patterns you could make if you could find some boxes or some toilet tubes and you can use some paint and see what patterns you can make. And if you do that, post them onto Tapestry and we can share them.